Good evening. It is May 25th, 2021. The 11th chapter of the New Testament book of Hebrews is often referred to as the roll call of faith, where the author of Hebrews gives a list of biblical heroes and personages and recounts their actions of faith. In Hebrews chapter 11, verses 1 to 6, and I'm reading from the New Living Translation, second edition, we read, "Faith is the confidence that what we hope for will actually happen. It gives us assurance about the things we cannot see. Through their faith, the people in days of old earned a good reputation. By faith, we understand that the entire universe was formed at God's command, that what we now see did not come from anything that could be seen. It was by faith that Abel brought a more acceptable offering to God than Cain did. Abel's offering gave evidence that he was a righteous man, and God showed his approval of his gifts. Although Abel is long dead, he still speaks to us by his example of faith. It was by faith that Enoch was taken up to heaven without dying. He disappeared because God took him. For before he was taken up, he was known as a person who pleased God. And it is impossible to please God without faith. Anyone who wants to come to him must believe that God exists and that he rewards those who sincerely seek him. He begins by defining faith as confidence and assurance. The root word has the same meaning as trust. Faith is trusting God to keep his word in our lives and to bring to pass the things we are hoping for and praying for. Then we are instructed that some of our understanding of how the universe works comes only by faith. This verse 3 gives us the understanding about the main difference between the worldview of the biblical Christian and the worldview of others. Biblical Christians believe by faith that God created the world and continues to act in the world. The first personal example was Adam and Eve's first two sons, Cain and Abel. Abel trusted God and brought an offering that was more pleasing to God. It does not fully explain why Abel's offering was preferred, only that Abel's offering was a faith offering made in righteousness. The Genesis account mentions that God had direct conversations with Cain, and we assume with Abel as well, and that Abel had given the best portions of his flock. Cain was so upset at God's reaction that he killed his brother and was sentenced to be alone for the rest of his very, very long life. So the second lesson of faith from Hebrews 11 is that we can trust God when we make offerings of our best and first fruits and trust that God will bless us. Offerings are an act of worship, not an act of exchange. We give to God and trust him for a proper response. Then the author of Hebrews mentions the patriarch Enoch. Enoch was the father of Methuselah, and after 365 years of life, Enoch did not die. God just took him home. Hebrews said Enoch was known as a person who pleased God. God interrupted the natural course of life and death and just took Enoch home. He disappeared from earth and found himself in heaven. It was probably a little hard on his family. But what a glorious transition for Enoch. He then makes the statement that God rewards those who sincerely seek him. Jesus said in Matthew 7, verse 7, "Keep on asking, and you'll receive what you ask. Keep on seeking, and you will find. Keep on knocking, and the door will be open to you." A key aspect of faith is believing that you will find what you're looking for. Be busy looking for God and a closer relationship with God. Have faith in God's very real existence, and you will find him. God bless you.